And to talk more on this, we've invited Dr. Angela Aboagye onto the program. She's a lawyer and gender rights activist in Ghana. Welcome to DW News Africa, Angela. Tell us about the organization that you run. It's called the ARC Foundation. What was the reason you began this work?
Well, the ARC Foundation is a Christian-based organization that works to support abused women and children. That's our core work. But apart from that, we also engage in training of service providers. We do a lot of advocacy with other organizations, and we also do a lot of community education and sensitization. So basically, that's what the ARC has been doing for the last, since 1999. We also run the first shelter for battered women in this country since 1999. And we continue to offer a myriad of services, a wide range of services to victims of domestic violence.
Right. Angela, what do you believe is the reason male violence against women is so unacceptably high, as you put it, in Ghana?
Well, it's simply impunity. Impunity in the sense that people who do these things think they can get away with it, basically speaking. And they can get away with it because of the sociocultural understanding of the role of men and women, especially in household and domestic arrangements. So if one person has more power than the other, the tendency to use this kind of power in an abusive way is strong unless that person is restrained by their own, maybe religious convictions or upbringing or by the law. And because for a long time the law has not really done well in restraining people, they keep doing it.
Angela, there is this app now that will allow women to report incidences anonymously. Do you think that it's going to be effective in addressing the situation as it is in Ghana?
I think it will have to be tested for a while to see. I'm very happy there's an app. Anything that can add to the services for victims of sexual and gender-based violence, including domestic violence, we are happy about, okay, because already there's a dearth in services in the country. And so I'm linking the launch of this app to the nature of services we have. If we don't up the game of our institutions and our services, when somebody seeks help, even from the app, there's a limitation to what anyone can do in terms of the police, the courts, the social services, the NGOs, the whatever. So that's my concern. I'm hoping that it will be addressed. We need ambulances and so on. If these things are not there, you can talk, and that's therapeutic, right. But it may clearly not be enough for somebody who needs actual help.
Understood. Do you agree, Angela, with the sentiment that there's far too much emphasis on what women should or shouldn't do to protect themselves? We often talk about the victims, and less focus is put on the men perpetrating this violence against women.
Well, I agree to an extent, but if your life is in danger, you are not really thinking about, who should be educated now or who should be educated next. You're just thinking about how to make sure that you keep your life together and you keep your children together. So, the focus on knowing what to do if you're facing violence as a woman, in fact, as anybody, is very important. I don't think it should shift at all. However, it is time to also engage more men in the discussion. This has been done in the past. But for some reason, I think that some of the things that you hear is that, okay, for those of us who are working in this area, we shout so loudly they don't want to hear. So maybe, is it the tone of our voice? Is it the message we are putting out? Is it the strength of the sociocultural norms and understanding? It's something that we need to engage and interrogate a lot more. And also to start some real perpetrator programs where the institutions are concerned, right. Because the law actually gives the courts a lot of powers to make orders for men to participate in some of these programs, which we don't have yet.
Thank you very much to Dr. Angela Aboagye talking to us from Ghana.
Thank you.